One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to Zanis News. To be with you, I'm Alice Banda. Let's take a look at the stories that made headlines tonight. President Hichilema launches projects in Luapula. UN calls for concerted efforts in accelerating attainment of SDGs. Kalabana Dairy Cooperative in 1.8 million kwacha grant. And Adventist Church commended for humanitarian efforts. And now the news in detail. We start Zanis News with an item from Luapula Province, where President Hakainde Hichilema is in the province ahead of the launch of the Kasomeno Mwenda Toll and Luapula Bridge project in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Kasenga district. Here is a report.
President Hakainde Hichilema's arrival signifies a historic moment for the people of Luapula Province and the country as a whole, as he proceeds to Kasenga district of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, for the launch of the Kasomeno Mwenda Toll Road and Luapula Bridge project. The plane carrying the head of state touched down at Mansa Airport at around 12 hours to a thunderous welcome. On hand to receive the president was Luapula Province Minister Njavwa Simutol, Transport and Logistics Minister Frank Tayali, among other government officials. The president, who took time to exchange pleasantries, share light moments and take pictures with the excited crowd, immediately proceeded to DRC, where he is expected to join his counterpart Felix Tshisekedi. The Kasomeno Mwenda Toll Road and Luapula Bridge project is being constructed on a public-private partnership with GED Africa as the concessionaire. During his first days in office, President Hichilema promised to actualize the project.
My hand is ready to sign off that project. That's the way to go. Opens up the route, Congo, Mwense area, reach there, road up to Nakonde. Fantastic. That is what we're here for, to open up the country for investment, for trade. And we value that road. It's long overdue. When that road is done properly, there will be first and foremost an economic zone around there. Fantastic. And we can look at our manganese in Mansa, all those areas, and begin to create value.
For Zanis TV, Godfrey Chikumbi reporting in Mansa.
Minister of Justice Mulambo Haimbe says government is in the process of introducing an integrated electronic case flow management system that will interconnect all the judicial system institutions to avoid files missing. Mr. Haimbe was speaking when he officially launched the new Legal Aid Board office in Mwinilunga district of Northwestern Province. Munambonge has the details.
In the core of Mwinilunga district, a significant development is on the horizon, one that promises to bridge the gap between justice and those in need. Government and its unwavering commitment to ensuring equal access to legal services has embarked on an ambitious program of opening new legal aid board offices in 5 different districts. This is why Minister of Justice is in Mwinilunga district to officially open a new legal aid board office, bringing much-needed legal services and empowerment to the vibrant community.
Government, through the Ministry of Justice, is in the process of introducing an integrated electronic case flow management system that will interconnect all the justice system institutions to avoid files missing. This is a significant step towards digitizing our legal records in order to ensure the integrity and accessibility of case files. This will not only reduce the risk of files going missing, but will also expedite the legal process. Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am also aware that at times instructions to adjudicate on some cases take long, causing undue suffering to the people affected, as justice delayed is justice denied.
And Legal Aid Board Chairperson highlighted the importance of the new office.
Here underscores the importance of access to justice in our society. Today marks an important milestone, not just for the Legal Aid Board, but also for the people of Mwinilunga. The opening of this new district office signifies the coming closer of justice to the people of this district. It reaffirms our commitment to ensuring that justice in Zambia is not a privilege for a few, but a fundamental right.
Well, the chiefdom is thankful for the gesture.
Have, however, in a short space of time, fulfilled the process of decentralization, not only in education, which has been pronounced so much, not only in health, which has been pronounced so much, but now today we're witnessing the decentralization of the legal aid services to a district like Mwinilunga, something that is not happening. This is very significant, ladies and gentlemen, and we must applaud the new Dawn government.
The newly launched Legal Aid Board Office will play a significant role as an umbrella body for all institutions and civil society organizations that offer legal services in Zambia. Munachwende for Zanis in Mwilunga district of Northwestern Province.
And the United Nations in Zambia has called for concerted efforts from all Zambians in accelerating the attainment of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in the country. Zanis reports that UN Communications Group Chairperson Penelope Campbell notes that Zambia, like many other countries, has slowed down the pace of meeting the SDGs due to various reasons, among them the COVID-19 pandemic, which disrupted economic activities. Ms. Campbell told a media briefing in Lusaka that for Zambia, there is hope that the country will be able to accelerate the efforts and meet the goals within the remaining 7 years because of the robust economic recovery plan that the government has put in place. She explained that this is because the economic recovery plan that the government has embarked on and the eight National Development Plan are both aligned to the attainment of the SDGs, and Ms. Campbell launched activities to make the 2023 UN Day, which will be commemorated on Saturday, October 2023.
Is that Zambia is embarking on a road to economic recovery, acknowledging the impact of COVID-19 the pandemic had, not only in Zambia, but many other countries around the world. I mean, it's all over the media, apart from other channels. And it's very much when the whole world was affected by the disruption to travel, to having to remain at home, school closures, office closures, etc., and the impact it had on health and wellness. We all were perhaps personally touched by an illness or a loss within our families and networks. So, coming out of that, I think, it's evident, and it's also evident from the budget speech, I think even read out last Friday, that economic recovery is a big priority of the government, and we really wish the government every success with all of its efforts. I mean, I think the other ways that it was impacted, like for example the school closures that occurred in Zambia and other parts of the world, children were very much affected by that in terms of the disrupted learning. And so that's around SDG 4, quality education. There's some catch-up and activities which are being done to help really remedy that in schools throughout the country. It's actually called the Catch-Up Initiative. It's basically implementing the government's national remedial educational framework. And also, in case something like this happens again, another pandemic, because another pandemic could happen, which could also disrupt learning and education, really working with the government to establish digital learning platforms, one being called the Learning Passport. I mean, just Google that, it's there. But it's, it's an initiative with the government to really try and ensure that should that happen again, at least there's a kind of a means of trying to ensure continued learning.
Meanwhile, the Zambia Meteorological Department has forecast a drop in temperature in Muchinga, Central, Eastern, Lusaka, and part of southern provinces. According to the weather update issued by the department, the cited provinces have a high likelihood of recording light rains tomorrow, Tuesday, 3rd October 2023. The changes in the weather pattern are being influenced by the South Italy airflow. More details coming up.
The Zambia Meteorological Department, ZMD, has predicted light rains tomorrow, Tuesday, 3rd October 2023, over Mchinga, Central, Eastern, Lusaka, and parts of southern provinces. During the forecast period, temperatures are expected to drop in most parts of the country. The Meteorological Department attributed the changes in weather patterns to the southeasterly airflow.
Looking at the cloud cover expected for tomorrow, we expect this system to continue advecting the moist and strong airflow over our country and giving us cloudy weather conditions, especially over eastern, Mchinga, Central, and Lusaka provinces, including some parts of southern province, with a chance of drizzle in the morning, especially over Central, Mchinga, parts of eastern, and some parts of Lusaka province.
Meanwhile, the Meteorological Department says the rainfall activities experienced over the weekend was influenced by a low-pressure system.
What happened over the weekend is that we saw cloudy weather conditions covering most parts of the country, and this led to some rainfall activities in some parts of the country. And other parts of the country experienced lighter rains, while other areas experienced heavier rainfall. This was because we had a low-pressure system which was lying over the western side of the country. What a low-pressure system does is that it draws in a moist airflow, and this airflow was conducive for cloudy weather conditions and rainfall activities.
The reduction in temperature is expected to last for 2 days from 3rd to 4th October 2023. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makodza.
We go to Luapula province, where the World Bank Mission Task Team has expressed happiness with efforts being employed in mitigating climate change by the communities it is supporting in Sama and Mpulungu districts. Team leader Ngao Mubanga, who led the team to Liambazi and Mukotwe community forest management groups in the two districts, said the diversification in the livelihood activities by the people is an indication that deliberate efforts are being made to enhance the natural resource management. Here is a report from Tanzi.
This describes the feeling among members of Namaile Cooperative in Mpulungu District, Northern Province, for the financial and technical empowerment received from the World Bank through the Transforming Landscapes and Resilience Development Project, TRALAD, under the Ministry of Green Economy. Cooperative members shared how the project is impacting their lives.
Inena ngundineka kuti nalima garden, so ifi natusambirira musana kabidi kuti na sunga na bwino ifirimwa fionse efe tuleli mange ifine tusungire pano
pali no chitana tushibako no kuya kukasama pamulandu ne ndala machine tu saving tulesa mukukongola ba ukongwisha lembe 4000 waya kwa chitako tukapenta tu chinyonge waya ko kukasama mukuchitako business.
And World Bank Mission team leader who led the team to visit the area shared her thoughts.
For me, what stands out for this community is the aspect that they resonate the most to the social resilience aspect of the project. When you hear the explanation about the social fund, the project provides for climate resilience, economic resilience, and social resilience. So you see, if a community can come together and think about taking care of each other when they are in need, and I think it's not just about the fact that they can make the money out of the pigs or the gardening, but that they can bring money together and help each other when they're in need. That means that this project has provided an opportunity to strengthen the social aspect of this community. So that stands out, and that's very important.
Acting National Project Coordinator at the Ministry of Green Economy, John Banda, also spoke to the beneficiaries.
All these green fields here, what does that mean? It means that even if we are faced with a drought, this particular group is able to ride such climate shock. So we are very impressed with that. We'll continue supporting you and running with you as a project.
The team is in the province to appreciate the impact of the project on the beneficiaries. Ntazanga Mumba for Zanis in Mpulungu District.
We take our first break, and when we return, Palavana Dairy Cooperative in 1.8 million kwacha grant.
Did you know that you can complain about police misconduct, such as police brutality, over-detention, or unlawful detention, bribery, and unfair treatment? Call Police Public Complaints Commission on 0979 660909 or 0761 9142 62.
Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. In Lusaka Province, the United States African Development Foundation, USADF, has awarded a 1.8 million kwacha grant to Palawana Dairy Cooperative of Chongwe District. The grant, which will be disbursed to the cooperative in a period of 24 months, is expected to enhance the cooperative's business management capacity. More in the following report by Sheila Makosa.
Palawana Dairy Cooperative Society in Chongwe District is one of the largest cooperatives in the country. The cooperative produces an average of 5,300 liters of milk on a daily basis and has created 1,000 direct jobs for local people in Palawana area. In a bid to support the expansion of business operations of the cooperative, United States African Development Foundation, USADF, has awarded the cooperative a grant of over 1.8 million kwacha. Chongwe District Commissioner Evans Lupia commended the United States government for supporting the development of the cooperative through the grant.
I want to acknowledge and commend the United States government for this support which has been targeted directly at the beneficiary organization. I would like to challenge Palawana Dairy Cooperative to ensure that the funds they are signing for today are applied for the intended purpose.
Rural Development Initiative Managing Director Victor Makasa stated that the organization will work closely with the cooperative to ensure that all programs funded through the grant are successfully implemented.
Palawana Dairy Cooperative Society has joined the long list of viable SMEs that show potential to create employment, increase incomes for farmers, and have broad-based social and economic impact beyond project activities. However, we will continue working closely with the cooperative on implementation and monitoring of performance assessment of the project to ensure that the intended outcomes are achieved.
Meanwhile, Palawana Dairy Cooperative Society Chairperson Pamela Ndlovu said the grant will go a long way in improving the financial and business management of the cooperative.
The coming in of this support from United States African Development Foundation through Rural Development Innovation will enhance financial and business management improvements at the cooperative. As Palawana Dairy Cooperative, we are very grateful to the United States Africa Development Fund through Rural Development Innovations Limited for this support, and would like to assure them through you that we will do our best to implement this project in line with the agreed guidelines.
Sheila Makosa reporting for Zanis in Chongwe District.
We move to the Copper Belt Province, where the Lottery Club of Ndola Central has secured funds from the United Kingdom to help vulnerable girls in schools to manage their menstrual hygiene. More in this report.
Has ushered in the new executive to spearhead their charity works of empowering women and girls through education, raising awareness on their abuse, and improving their livelihood. The new president, Nkonde Chola, who was ushered in Ndola, highlighted the activities that the club will be conducting to help girls in schools.
Our aim is to provide quality education to young girls, enabling them to break barriers and achieve their dreams. We shall work diligently to bridge educational gap, ensuring that every girl child has equal access to educational opportunities. Resolute in our commitment to eradicate period poverty. It is disheartening that countless young girls face challenges in managing their menstrual health due to financial constraints. We have taken up the cause to alleviate this burden and provide sanitary products, education and support to those in need.
The immediate past president appreciated the charitable works of helping the girls in schools.
Today, we are so proud to say we have adopted Mapalo School, where today we even also give up sanitary pads for the child, the girl child there, and we're so proud about that.
The members pledge to continue offering charity works.
All leave this gathering inspired and motivated to serve our communities with even greater vigor. Together, we can make a lasting difference.
At the event, new board members pledged to offer themselves to help women and girls through education and creating a better future for the society. Tovini Ngombe, Zanis, Indola.
Government has urged citizens to support traditional ceremonies as they play a key role in promoting peace and unity in the country. The provincial minister was speaking when he graced the Kashanga Mushitolwa traditional ceremony of Chief Musaka of the Lamba-speaking people in Mushindamo district. Details in this report by Mary Glovo.
Northwestern Province Minister Robert Liefu has graced the Kashanga Mushitolwa traditional ceremony and has reiterated that the government will continue attaching great importance to traditional ceremonies.
May I encourage the Royal Establishment and the Organizing Committee to document their culture so that the young people and the future generations can find records where they can learn their culture.
Mr. Lihefu also took time to address other issues affecting residents of Mushindamo district.
I'm with you, Your Royal Highnesses, from Mushindamo district to make sure that we start constructing our Mushindamo CBD. And very soon, we'll be on site signing the concession agreement for the very road, Kipushi-Sorwezi Road.
Chief Musaka also raised the following concerns.
In Musaka Chiefdom, some of the challenges we are experiencing are as follows: lack of police station, lack of skill training centers. We are asking government to consider constructing at least one skill training center. Lack of hospital. We are appealing to central government to consider upgrading Mushindamo Rural Center into a clinic.
Various chiefs were also present to appreciate the Lamba culture. The Kashanga Mushitolwa traditional ceremony is an annual celebration for the Lamba people of the Musaka Chiefdom, which serves as a remembrance of how these people migrated from Kola in Congo and settled in this land. For Zanis in Mushindamo district, Northwestern Province, I am Mary Glovo.
We take another break. Still ahead, Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary salutes smooth installation of Chief Kalunga.
Life is a journey full of varied experiences. Can we reach our desired destiny? Can we achieve our desired goals? If yes, then how? Join Juliet Mutale on Thursday at 18:30 hours on How I Made It, a program that highlights various success stories from different personalities with different life experiences and backgrounds. Catch Zanis TV on Channel 6 DTT and Channel 458 DTH. Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. Still in Northwestern Province, where Zanis staffer Jennifer Mutoshi reports that Provincial Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi has saluted the smooth installation of Chief Kalunga, the fifth of the Luchazi-speaking people of Kabompo district. Here are the details.
In style, they celebrate the new crown Chief Kalunga, the fifth of the Luchazi-speaking people in Kabompo district. The dancing, which takes an entire day, is not just a joyous occasion for the Luchazi people, but government as well. Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary says the chiefdom sets an example for others.
So I started by congratulating the caretaker. Madam, you are an example of leadership. The problem we have is about the caretakers wanting, not in fact refusing to give way to somebody who is elected.
The royal establishment is equally echoing government's message.
I want to believe that what we have done as Luchazis will set a very good example to other chiefdoms to emulate when it comes to succession procedures.
Meanwhile, the permanent secretary also has a message for the new traditional leader.
To you, our Royal Highness, the people of Kalunga are not the same. For you to be a chief, there must be a thief, there must be drunkards. So as a chief, I saw my brother here brandishing a knife. How many people are you going to kill? So what we are saying, Your Royal Highness, embrace everybody.
Reporting for Zanis News in Kabompo District, Jennifer Mtoshi.
We cross over to Southern Province, where the New Apostolic Church has donated blankets and other cleaning materials to Mamba General Hospital. Details in the following report.
Mamba General Hospital in Sinazonge District in Southern Province is facing a shortage of linen and blankets. This means that nurses are unable to make all of the beds in the wards ahead of time, forcing them to make them on demand as patients arrive.
Over the years, we've seen an increment in terms of the numbers of patients that we've been seeing as Mamba Hospital. That includes the numbers of the women that are coming under maternity for delivery and other services. As a result, we've started seeing gaps in inadequacies, in issues to do with the blankets, for instance. And this is not only affecting the maternity, but equally even other wards such as female wards, and also the children wards.
To supplement government efforts, the New Apostolic Church in Mamba has donated 100 blankets, a wheelchair, baby hampers and other supplies valued at over 25,000 kwacha to the maternity and female wards, which are the most affected by the lack of blankets.
The brothers and sisters, these whom you see, they have bought some blankets, assorted items to supplement government efforts in making sure that the health of the citizens are taken care of.
The area council and hospital management are grateful for the donation from the New Apostolic Church.
As Mamba Hospital, we are very grateful for this timely donation and gesture which has been given to us in order to help us improve the welfare of our patients.
I take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the NAC family for the great job they have done of donating 100 blankets to our hospital. This donation will go a long way in reducing pressure on the government.
Chintunangamba, Zanis, in Mamba, Sinazongwe District, Southern Province.
In Luapula Province, Mwansabombwe Council Chairperson Tirio Chungu has donated blankets and other foodstuffs to the aged in the district with over 100,000 kwacha. More in the following report by Lewis Changwe.
As a way of supplementing government efforts to improve the welfare of the vulnerable people in the communities, Mwansabombwe Town Council Chairperson Tiro Chungu has donated blankets and foodstuffs to the aged worth over 100,000 kwacha.
In the effort of bringing back to the community, I prepared some blankets and some foodstuffs to donate to these old people whom I was visiting. So far today we visited about 50 houses, and tomorrow we'll be also visiting about 50 houses. The estimated number of houses we're getting is about 100, and the estimated cost of all this operation is about 110,000 kwacha. I was just visiting my people in my community, and as a political head of the district, I have the right to visit whoever I want to visit in the district, so that I appreciate the challenge they are facing.
The recipients are grateful for the donation. The council chairperson was accompanied by the civic leaders from all the 12 wards.
We are actually doing community social responsibility, and this is the right activity that we civic leaders are supposed to do, so that we can help the need and bring development and listen to their pleas, so that we can bring development to the people.
Pari ino nchitefyo tulinga chitatufire tuambo kumona kwa abantu ama vulnerables tuwabamona ko pari ino ine chitatwali kwa tensambu fama political leaders ukushunguru kama wazi Yesu ukumona abantu besofye bekere.
Lewis Changwe, Zanis, Mwansabombwe, Luapula Province.
We take our final break. When we return, Adventist Church saluted for humanitarian efforts.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Welcome back. In the Copperbelt Province, Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Daniel Kamenga has commended the Adventist Church for complementing government's efforts through their youth empowerment and productive activities. Mr. Kamenga has further encouraged the church to take advantage of government empowerment programs such as the Constituency Development Fund that has in the 2024 national budget been increased to 30.8 million kwacha to improve the livelihoods of the youths. Sylvia Zulu has more in the following report.
In a bid to spur citizen participation in economic development, the government introduced skills development bursaries under the Constituency Development Fund to enable the youths gain skills required in national building. So far, about 186 youths in Lunte are acquiring various skills in order to contribute to the development of the district. Lunte District Planning Officer Andrew Zimba says over 1,200,000 kwacha has been spent under the 2023 CDF allocation.
2023, the total allocation to bursaries was 5,379,641.38 million. And only 1,249,702 was utilized. The low uptake in terms of bursaries is attributed to inadequate boarding facilities in the districts, and lack of skills training centers is also contributing to low uptake in terms of skills development. So the increase in uptake in the part of bursaries, both skills and boarding, from 2022 to 2023 is attributed to a number of sensitization campaigns that we've been carrying out across the district.
Some student beneficiaries have thanked the government and the local authority for the sponsorship.
First, I would like to thank the government, Lunte District Administration, for giving us this opportunity to be here. So under my course, I'm grateful because I'm here to acquire a skill that will help me in whatever I'll be doing, which is already my field. So, yes, which is already my field. As you are aware, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in our district, which is a newly established district.
Some of us don't expect that we can be here because the talk I tell people if you want to go schools and collect up with schools. So to let us
Reporting for Zanis, Sylvia Zulu in Lunte District.
We end Zanis News on a sad note. Police in Chadiza have instituted investigations into the gruesome murder of a 26-year-old man of Skeva village in Chief Mlolo's area. The deceased is alleged to have been murdered by unknown people in his house who also removed his private parts. Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer Limpo Liali confirmed the incident in a statement to Zanis in Chadiza today and identified the deceased as Fidelis Spiri. Mr. Liali said police found a sharp knife which is believed to have been used to cut the man's private parts, which were left together with the knife at the crime scene. He said the nephew to the deceased Musanide Piri 34, who lives in the same area, reported the matter to police on September 29, 2023. Mr. Liali said the body of the man was buried yesterday after a post-mortem was conducted. As we end the news, we have a recap of stories that made headlines. President Hijilemak launches projects in Luapula. UN calls for concerted efforts in accelerating attainment of SDGs. Talabana Dairy Cooperative in 1.8 million kwacha grant. And Adventist Church commended for humanitarian efforts. It is on that note we wrap up tonight's Zanis News. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team as well as the newsroom crew, I'm Alice Panda saying good night and God bless you.